Hello, this is Charlie. So I have a lot of emails to do with is there an easy way to suss out the premonitions from symbolic dreams? Because we all have symbolic dreams, and these dreams are from the spiritual world, your guide, your family, and they do it to help you when you've got problems in life. So this is how I'll explain it. See, a symbolic dream, and for an everyday person, say control, for instance, like the Twin Towers was to do with an aeroplane, which vehicles in dreams are to do with control. Anything that's driven is to do with control. So a symbolic dream to do with control, the spirits would not use an aeroplane going into a building and killing loads of people for an everyday person. Problem to do with an everyday person, you'd use, say, a car or something like that, which you're actually driving or someone else is. And if there's someone else in the car, like a kid sitting next to you or something, the control is to do with that child. And it's actually in the dream of what the control is actually to do with. So when you dream of a car, whatever other detail is in the dream is to do with something in your life, and it does point to it if you break down the dream and the detail in the dream. Spirits do not give dreams like airplanes going into buildings, and the likes of people who had premonition over Princess Di as well. Because where the difference is, if you know yourself, and you know you're a person who's in control, and you've got no problems and all that, I mean, an airplane going into a building, that's really a bad, out of control situation. That's saying that you haven't got control and you're going around murdering people. I mean, think about it. There's murder and death in that dream. And if you're not that type of person to actually do something like that, I mean, I don't think even a murderer even gets a dream like that, It's to do with the situation, control of a situation, and the building on fire, and death in a dream. Death is also represented for good or for bad, a rebirth, the ending of something and the beginning of something else, which it was with the Twin Towers, and it was with Princess Di. But to give you a dream of something that's out of control, like I said, they would not choose an aeroplane or anything to do with death. If you choose anything to do with someone that's died, if you dream of someone that's dead in a dream, and he died, say, from a car accident or something like that, that person who actually died in that car crash, and if you know them, it's pointing to something in your life which is out of control. And this out of control situation could end up to be a rebirth. Because that is, with the lad dying in a car, it doesn't mean you're going to die in a car, but if you know what I'm trying to say, that's a sort of dream that spirits would give you. When you dream of somebody like that who's been in a car crash, it does mean the beginning and the ending of something else and a rebirth. And this rebirth will come around if you get control in your life. That's what that dream is, and that's what spirits would give a normal day, everyday person. They would not give you the dream of an aeroplane crashing into the Twin Towers. That is the difference where there's a premonition. It's to do with murder, that. And even Princess Di is to do with murder. You could class that as a car accident, which a lot of people wanted you to think that way. For someone that's never had anyone in their family that's had a car accident, the spirits would not give you the dream of the likes of a celebrity. Princess Di, for instance, died in a car crash. They would not give you a dream like that. Because a princess, when there's a celebrity actually involved in a dream, it is to do with their situation and your situation, and you've got similar things in life, and they're trying to use that celebrity as an example for you of what you should be like. That's all they use it for. That's all they use celebrities for. Nothing else. You would not use a celebrity, especially in a car crash, to put a point over to you. That's why when you have a dream of a celebrity like that, it is a premonition. That's the easiest way that I can explain it, really. And if you know yourself, that's basically what it comes down to. I mean, you could go on through details to the dream, and if you know how to cut the dreams down, and you know how to work them out in a symbolic way, you can actually figure out if it's a premonition. I mean, the Twin Towers, fire, death, they're all um, things that you should look up. I mean, the Twin Towers building a house, one falling down. I mean, if you've got nothing in your life that you don't actually leave one house and go to another one that's being built, or you're moving in any way, the building doesn't represent you. You know, even Princess Di, you look at the detail in a tunnel, getting engaged, being pregnant, all the things that Princess Di had in her life, divorce of someone else. I mean, if these things do not go with you in any way whatsoever, it's not a symbolic dream. And he wouldn't use Princess Di in a dream like that to put a point over to someone that's having a problem in real life. You know, I mean, are you pregnant? No, Princess Di, she was supposed to be pregnant. Getting engaged to do with a relationship. Have you got problems in a relationship? Even if you did have problems in a relationship, they wouldn't choose a car crashing and killing someone. Spirits would not choose a dream like that. If you had problems in a relationship, which, Princess Di was in a relationship in that car, died and that. And if you had a problem in your relationship in real life, they wouldn't choose a dream like that. You would just be going down the road and that person you had to do with a relationship would be in the car, or that person would be driving the car. You wouldn't have death mentioned in a dream like that. You know, they just don't do it. Spirits do not give people dreams like that. You know, I mean, just look at it logically. The dream even fits together being a premonition. President Bush, inside job, control of the Twin Towers. The dying at the beginning of something else, like the beginning of a war, and the dying in peace. That's simple. And Princess Di, for instance, you put her in that way. Somebody wanted her out the way. She didn't want it to marry her because she wouldn't fit into the royal family. The same again. The control of a situation and the ending of something, and definitely not the beginning of something else. It was either for good or for bad. And Princess Di dying was good for the people that wanted her out the way, but bad for the people that didn't want her out the way. It's to do with control. I mean, even the fire in the Twin Towers. Fire in a dream is to do with control again. So control is mentioned a lot. So being a symbolic dream, somebody would really have to be out of control. The spirits wouldn't give a dream like that to an everyday person. They'd have not Twin Towers, they'd have an ordinary house. The person would be in that dream to do with some control in their life, and if they didn't attempt to have to get the fire under control, if you know what I'm trying to say, that's the sort of dream that an everyday person would get. But President Bush getting control of the situation, control of the oil and the Middle East, and being that, it makes a lot more sense. But to actually suss out these dreams, symbolic from premonitions, you have to know yourself. And if you've got nothing, like I just said, out of control, that dream isn't for you. Anyway, I hope that helps you in some way. That's the only easy way I can sort of put it in plain English for you. I mean, some of these dream books and dream directories on the internet, like, to go around the world, if you know what I'm saying. And I think half of them make it up. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. Bye bye. Bye bye for now.